Be surprised if too many teams get that here in the playoffs in Korea. How do a Freak of Freaks draft on the red side in the first round this time out? Jungle pool is very wide. Predator jungle has been what they prefer, and they could go back to the Gragas if they wanted it.
I think ditch the Xayah Rakan, take Gragas for yourself.
Yep, I agree.
And, well, that's what happened first here.
Gragas Alistar could be a pretty strong duo of picks.
You open up that Yasuo potential, right? Doesn't have to pick it, but obviously the double knockup is nice. They're thinking about Xayah here once again, though.
I think this is more about Kramer, because Kramer has been traditionally a Xayah player, and he hasn't played a lot of marksman this season. So if he's comfortable on Xayah, I think it's fine. To me, there's other picks that are a little bit higher ticket right now, but I don't mind the Xayah coming through, and it does allow him to lift off and perhaps dodge a skill shot from Kingzone. Seeing the picks here, we mentioned the Alistar already, very likely to be snapped up by Kingzone.
Alistar, easy peasy pickup. What are they thinking next, though? Perhaps that jungle pick, we saw the Trundle flash. It's really good into the Gragas. And tank junglers in general. And Peanut also has most played on the Trundle, 5 and 2. Looks like they're going to pick that one up.
Is Kuro bold enough to first round Yasuo against BDD? Because we know he's bold enough to first round Yasuo, but against BDD is a very different conundrum when he is in such rare form.
Yeah.
Page from Kingzone. I don't think they're too interested in opting into 1-3-1. They have finally, like we mentioned, been able to diagnose what they opted into in games 1 and 2, where they went for meta 1-3-1, lost on that to a 4-1 Baron comp, and now they're going to set up a 4-1 Baron comp with some pretty good siege. Kingzone Dragon X, they will not go down. 3 games with the same strategy. Freak of Freaks, how are you feeling about that Yasuo, Kuro? Is this the time to be a superstar against your old 3 teammates?
Could be. Obviously, some counters on the side of Kingzone. They're just going to go ahead and go straight into LeBlanc up against Orianna in the mid lane. Kuro, he wants to do the carrying for game number 4.
He goes for the range choice, a blind pick. LeBlanc preferred recently, a great pick for Kuro historically as well. Was banned in the second round of game number 3. He's going to run LeBlanc into Ori, a fun skill matchup. BDD has been in great form, but Kuro's LeBlanc is something to be feared.
They banned it. If you guys will remember, in game number 3, they did not want to see that up against Zoe or any kind of blind pick that they were going to take on the blue side. This time it's the Orianna. They ban out the Vel'Koz instead. They say, we have different ideas with the Zoe ban. And I'm really excited for that lane in particular. I feel like Keen also in the past has shown some incredible Rise play in the top lane. Only 2 games on it this season, but does have a history on the pick.
And BDD knows the target is on his head, and basically his head alone. Cho'Gath will build 1 magic resist item, and then AP Gragas from the jungle, Rise and LeBlanc, what's the boy to do? But when it comes to laning through mid lane, a lot of reliable CC.
Amongst, you know, Kuro just playing the most different types of champions. I'm going to hold that off, though, as Prey. The Ignite comes in. 1 more auto will do it. Kramer is going to survive here. Just a little bit. But the Pillar comes in, forces the flash away. Trundle's fast, though.
His Khan
here. Gonna be
really
down,
want this.
And Khan is coming on in. Should be able to get 1. No, Tucson actually gets away. Kramer should be going down at least, but Tucson did do the job in the end. They want to hand that one over to Khan to pick up the kill.
Man, look at your support like Kramer looks to Tucson. He sends him away with a heal and says, go on, son, you live. I'm going to have overstayed.
Level 6 Trundle here means that you can fight through these guys real fast. Kramer with no knock-up here, as he is not level 6, means that that will be the free kill going over to Peanut into the jungle. That's what happens when you overstay.
That was a really weird one. Double control ward down from Kingzone, and they were just hitting that turret, whacking away for a long time. Too long. There was
pass perfect to knock Prey into Tucson.
And Prey knows exactly how Kramer felt.
This is all what's going on. They're going to hand that one over to Kuro on the LeBlanc. All these 80 carries. Is it time to return to the awesome dudes? Because none of the 80 carries are surviving today.
All a big plan to get farm, apparently. Tucson's going alone. He could die.
Speaking of dying, the double knock-up into Beast will be easy. 1, 2, 3. A lot of face checking tonight. I don't know what's going on, but Tucson joining the party.
Whether it's a large fat man or a large alien, there's been jump scares.
Going to be the second one, and Khan coming in. Oh, Kuro might go down here. Peanut on the run, on the chase. Big follow-up here from Gorilla, the double knock-up, and there's the Toga right in the front line. No stopwatch this time, but he gets away anyway. Never mind, the piercing arrow comes in, and Prey is able to follow up. This time it's only 1 for 0, but that'll be also the Infernal Drake to Kingzone.
The heel looked like it'll be clutch, but the arrow is the one to pierce the heart of Spirit. This jungler going down will lead to an Infernal Drake pickup from Kingzone, second Drake of the game. Killing an objective versus just a kill. Another small advantage Kingzone. It gets them closer and closer to popping 5 control wards around Baron and then saying, what you got, Freak of Freaks? Give us your best shot. This is where we succeed.
Feeling really good about this game now. The Infernal going to be fantastic. Thinking about the Rift Herald now. No TP on Khan, and his recall means that they will not stretch for that objective, but they already got that nice little snack to lead into the full course meal that could be coming later on.
Watching the replay of this, the Cho'Gath is lying in wait very early. The fight happens on the top side. Kuro doesn't go down, but is zoned out instantly. He just doesn't kill people. This is the LeBlanc from behind Valdez, which we haven't seen much. KT blind picked first time in pro play Yukal onto the LeBlanc and made it work. But this time, they didn't repeat gank after getting the flash. Top lane.
Prey, and there's going to be the knockup. Finally, the LeBlanc doesn't have the damage, but is going to have enough in this fight. And Peanut goes down to a double kill now to Kuro, who is now 3-0 in this game somehow on the dive in the top lane.
Take that analysis away. You donate 2 more kills. Maybe you can hit the second item early to make the LeBlanc onto the Infernal. They'll get that one. It's down. Khan can hit the Rift, but not for 30 seconds. These death timers are getting pretty long. It's mid lane.
Okay, well, Kuro says, here, have one back. Will we have a snipe this time? The answer will be no, as Kuro just barely able to get out of that one.
Slivers of health a couple of times so far this game. Here's Afrika.
In the back line, no, they want that Orianna. Isn't enough damage. No, Prey will survive. The ball is going to keep him alive, but here's Kane, the flash on in, and he's got the follow-up finally. Gorilla might just be looking to flash this wall eventually, as no other way out. BDD with no mana here and no summoners, trying to turn it on to Kuro, but he cannot in the end.
Team effort to pick up the kills, but they're able to inch and piece together the damage to actually take down both BDD and Peanut. Smite is dead, but the mana bars are not the highest. The tankiness has not reached its highest ebb either, so there'll be no Baron to fully punish Kingzone. But this is blow for blow stuff in game number 4.
Really gotta applaud Afrika for having the cojones to go into that fight, as it didn't look good. Kuro almost hinting one towards them. Getting hit straight in the face by a corrupting chain of corruptions.
Good news is that Spirit and Tucson gets coming out of vision, and that's the big advantage they gain. It looks like Kuro's life bar will be in vain, but they almost one rotation burst Prey. Frame is taken down on the back end. They eventually clear up 2 kills, but there's so little to pick between the 2 teams, especially now that Keen has had to use his flash to clean up Peanut.
Rest of them outside of BDD, able to get away. Only the 2 of them, I should say. Gorilla and Prey. The bot lane duo going hand in hand on the escape. It was really surprising that Prey did not go down there. It was actually Kramer, the only AD carry, that died in that fight. You can tell, guys, even with the Afrika with a nice gold lead here, about 3,300, the game is not over. Kingzone actually do have. They've already started the Baron here.
This is great.
They don't have a smite. Peanut's going to stop it. Gorilla ulting on in. They really want to stop this Baron. It's going to get so low. The Gragas gets knocked up. Is there going to be the steal? The smite comes in and no steal. And Peanut will go down as well as the Alistair. Prey and the rest of them on the run. BDD can't do anything alone. And Afrika might just be able to win this huge fight and go on to the next round of the playoffs if they take him out. Prey goes down. Spirit going for the big run onto BDD. Is going to get the body slam into the cask, and down he goes, the double kill. And with the Baron, Afrika looking to push to win.
Afrika problem solve their way to it, Valdez. The Cho'Gath is still alive. Death time is 40 seconds. Can Afrika Freaks knock Kingzone out?
Well, they get the leash here, and the knock-up on Cho'Gath. They have enough damage to take him out through the stone blade, and Afrika, they're so close to winning this game. It looks like they've done it at Papa Smithy. And that means that Afrika should be moving on to the next round, as well as KT making it into Worlds. We'll see what Gorilla can do. He's gonna stopwatch here, keep them all busy. The big knock-up, Peanut trying to stop them, but it doesn't look like it's possible. He goes down, and Afrika, they're moving on, and KT are going to Worlds.
The wheels of change are there, Valdez, for the first time ever in the LCK era. Neither Faker, nor Prey, nor Gorilla will be in an LCK final. Afrika Freaks have knocked out Kingzone Dragon X. They are speeding through the playoffs. They did drop a game, but they outthought Kingzone in the draft. They outthought the 1-3-1 with a 4-1 comp, and then when Kingzone said, okay, let's just have 4-1 versus 4-1, they brought back out the 1-3-1, made one good play around Baron, and now Afrika Freaks have knocked out Kingzone Dragon X. KT Roster fans can feel excited. You still want your LCK title, but Smeb, Score, Ukal, Deft and Mana will be going to Worlds. They will be coming in as the first or the second seeds. Afrika Freaks, if they make the final, will go in regardless of if they win it or not.
It's very true. You see the celebration in the booth there from Afrika. Imagine KT at home as they get that World's berth. It means even more to them. It's weird to see and say even because Afrika, they're the teams that won today. They took out the giant that was Kingzone, the big favorite that was supposed to win. It was supposed to be the way it went, but that's not what happened today. Afrika making a big statement. They take out Genji and Kingzone. Where does their run stop? Does it stop with Griffin? Do we have the Griffin KT hype final? Do we have Afrika come in, stomp